What's up, everybody? This is the Average Joes, and this is our weekly roundtable. I say weekly, a little loosely. We missed the last couple weeks. It'll be all right, though. Here with me, we got Christian and PJ over to the left there, and we're just gonna jump right into it this week. We got just a couple topics, not a whole lot. For everyone else out there, I asked these two guys to pick a game for each of these topics. Number one, destruction, and number two, the opposite, construction, building and whatnot. I want them to pick a game that did it best in their opinion. All right, so who wants to go first? Actually, I'll give you the choice.
I can go first.
All right.
All right. So, two games of construction and destruction we're supposed to pick. For me, my destruction game that I picked is definitely single player. It can be it's multiplayer too, but it's different, and I don't think anyone really plays multiplayer anymore. If they did, I never did back in the day. I actually play single player. But anyway, focus on the single player part more of it. Red Faction Guerrilla. I just actually recently bought that. I think 2 days ago.
Just got remastered, Steam. Yeah.
The remastered version. It is every bit as good as I remember. It is so. Yes, Battlefield has new destruction, and that's cool and stuff. But Battlefield's destruction's more, like you can just destroy it, and it's not like, and this isn't like unrealistic destruction. This is more of like they want you to destroy stuff on Red Faction. One of the weapons that you get to use is a nanobite gun, and you shoot it at the building, and it eats it away.
So like
whatever you're trying to destroy.
What do you mean, like it eats it away? Like it kind of like turns into a bunch of atoms and just kind of into the air and nothing?
Think of like nanoknights on
like termites, right?
On a movie. Yeah, like you instead of silver though they're orange. And they just
so it just kind of eats away at it.
Yeah, it just dissolves
they
it.
Eat it.
Kind of thing.
Okay.
And another weapon that you get and these weapons are they want you to destroy things. For instance, I just started the game. I'm in the first mission, and I can hold 18 throwable mine charges, and I can detonate throw up to 3 before I can detonate them. So like I said, they want you to destroy. Another one's a singularity bomb. Basically, think of a vortex that you lay down, and then anything in that like a 10-meter radius just gets sucked in its path. So put it in the middle of the building, and it's fucked.
Damn, that's pretty legit.
It's every
cool.
bit as fun, and they go a step farther. One more thing, it goes a step farther that I think is kind of cool. Like I said, Battlefield's great, but they don't let you really do all this stuff, and then like they just you can destroy it, but it's not like this. They go a step farther and put in the statistics how much damage they think you do, in terms of millions and like dollars and stuff in the real world. And so far, I've done like $2.2 million.
Oh, so it tracks damage that you do?
It kind of tracks damage that you can do in real world money kind of thing.
So what happens? Okay, so I actually played the game back in the day, but it's been a very long time, and I didn't actually play it. I think I actually played it at your house, to be honest. But I remember driving with a vehicle, and I just like fences, buildings. It almost didn't matter. I would just plow through everything.
Not really. So it's funny you bring that up because fences, yes. Like brick walls and buildings, no, you wouldn't. It would definitely stop you and probably crack that wall.
Okay, but those can still be destroyed, right?
Oh yeah, vehicles can be destroyed. In fact, it'd probably make the vehicle
wall,
like
the brick.
Oh yeah, the wall. Yeah, oh yeah. Anything that's not a rock is destroyable.
Oh okay, gotcha.
Bridges.
If it's not part of the earth.
If it's not part of the earth, you can destroy it.
That's pretty cool. What happens to the stuff that kind of like?
It just stays.
Does it stay on the ground, or does it disappear after it's
Yeah, for sure. It stays on the ground. Now once you leave that, so there's 6 different regions now, and once you leave that region, and go back, it'll be the building will be respawned.
Yeah.
Which that makes sense only for the fact that you don't want you to get bored. But anyway, that's my game for destruction. There's just nothing like it, in my opinion, that I've played. I mean, even just weapons they give you down to like the statistics they can show is kind of unique.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I like that you went kind of old school. And I know it's remastered, but still.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you notice any difference in the remaster versus this one with the destructibility or just the graphics?
It's funny. The lighting's better. It's definitely better graphics. It's funny though, cutscene graphics in my opinion are not as good as the main graphics, which isn't a big deal. That's actually good. But like, they should have just like done no cutscenes, which I know they couldn't because back in the day they didn't do this, no such thing. But the cutscene graphics are just kind of like, ooh, what the fuck. But still still not bad to look at.
Yeah.
There's definitely worse.
That's a good one, man. I like it.
Anyway, that's it for me.
Alrighty. So, what you got, Big C?
All right, so it's a multiplayer game. I think what they do, I mean, it definitely surrounds destruction, I guess. But Rainbow Six Siege. So, hence the name Siege.
Yep.
You're going through households and areas, and you're blasting through walls, barriers, bunkers, whatever it may be, rooftops, windows, everything. So, the aspect of it just being able to destroy everything I mean, you can't destroy everything. There's a lot of stuff in the game that just
There's certain walls that can't be destroyed, and they have to do it that way. Otherwise, like some buildings would
cosmetics.
Just be,
yeah, they don't want you to plow the whole map.
There'll be a little less strategy when you could just tear out an entire floor in a building.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's
for
just,
sure.
and they did it so right. That just blasting holes through walls so you can crawl through them. Popping a little hole in the wall or the window to shoot through.
Just get a little hole in the wall to look through. That's genius. A lot of games don't utilize that as much as they should. And
Right.
you know something's on the other side. Either you or someone on your party has something to breach through that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. They didn't go over the top. They wanted you to be strategic with it, so it's not like just throw holes everywhere. They wanted some structural things, foundation, so you're not like completely exposed all the time. But I think that game just nailed it for destruction, just
I
in the terms
agree.
of the formula of their game, etc. So
I completely agree. And so that actually leads me to my choice. I was very close to picking Siege. I didn't because of a few reasons. One, we've been playing it a lot, so I felt maybe one of us might pick it. Two, it's kind of new, and I wasn't sure. I kind of wanted to also look back at older games, and just in case, and so it was a really tough choice for me because there's a lot of games that do destruction, but there's a reason why they do it, and like you got all the Battlefield games. They all have destruction. You run in the Frostbite engine. It's a big deal. Even Dragon Age, when it ran the Frostbite engine, it runs the Frostbite engine, and it destroys. Dragons will destroy the trees and rocks and boulders and things when they land, and it's got some destructibility in it. But again, it's really minuscule, and versus Battlefield was great, but it's also like you tear out a wall and it's that same exact square that was destroyed in the building next to it. If you look, they're the exact same. The destruction is really just like certain spots that will destroy in the same ways. And I think the older Battlefields did a little better, but either way, hopefully they kind of get out of that. My ultimate decision came down to Mercenaries, and I wouldn't say that there's a dramatic amount of destruction in that game. The game is all about destruction, but it's not, obviously it's not so granular as Siege or Red Faction, where you can destroy literally damn near everything. And but like I said earlier in the video, you can level whole cities.
Yeah, definitely. Mercenaries was way ahead of its time back in the day.
It was. If they implemented something like that in GTA, I think it would do really well for them. You know what I mean? Like it really would. Even Crackdown did.
Oh my gosh!
That's like opening up a Pandora's box.
I know. I was thinking about it.
There.
I was thinking that's Rockstar.
I know, right? Yeah.
Oh, they're thinking the opposite. They're like, hell no.
I know.
Hey, audience, no one's gonna be able to play online. End the story.
I know.
Hey, Crackdown. Crackdown 3. That's basically it.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, it is, and that's Crackdown was a lot like Mercenaries, which is why I liked it a lot. It was Mercenaries with superpowers, damn near. It was incredible. But if there's a person inside in this area that I know of, I could call in a strike and it'll level that entire area.
Yeah, and then
you can go in guns blazing, or you can just destroy fucking everything.
That's a game they need to remake. That is a game they need to remake, and that would do fan-fucking-tastic. That is not a game that would just be like, that would do fantastic.
Yes, it would. Let's go on to the exact flip side of this and talk about construction. Building in games. There's a lot of games that did building right. There's a lot of games that did building very differently. and I think y'all are gonna laugh at my answer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go.
Go for it.
I picked Fortnite.
Ah, me too.
That's funny. I did not. But go ahead.
So I was really torn because you have city builder games that you can build entire cities and get really granular
Right.
with the street names, and honestly, that would be my second pick. That's fantastic. Even the Sims games, you can do crazy things with just the houses, and and theme park builders, and or the exact opposite, RPGs, and you go to Fallout, and Fallout can be great. So, but I ended up with Fortnite because not only can you
Great
build
choice.
quickly, but
Yeah.
they made the building to where you can change it after you've set it. You could set you could set stairs going down, or you can make them spiral staircases, or you could make corners on. You could build an entire like fortress area and make it look really pretty and nice, and you could do it in wood. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best building specific game type, but I'm sure in the study of the world you utilize it a lot more.
No, it complements the game.
Yeah,
because
you do.
They developed it to reward players.
Right.
I mean, precision and being quick are rewarded because of the game, or because of the building aspect of the game.
Yeah.
They built it where you can put a ramp or a wall or a roof without actually waiting for it to
build.
build.
Like, once you set
it's
it,
instantly
it's
there.
Like, yes, it's still building,
Right.
but it's there. Yeah.
It's there, which allows you to utilize it without having to wait for anything.
Right,
So I
yeah.
think that's the whole. Take that out, Fortnite becomes a lot slower based, and a lot of these pro players
and dramatically
are
different.
Becomes
pro builders.
very,
you know?
dramatically different. Dramatically different.
So I think Fortnite nailed it in terms of having a constructive aspect to the game, which completely puts it on a whole different level. It's why it's the most popular game in the world right now. Is the
Yeah.
building with just shooting people.
Exactly.
It kind of builds like Ark. Ark builds a lot similar. Obviously, you have to get materials and things like that. But the way they show the wall in front of you, you place it and it snaps to the next one. I love that. Ark did it pretty well as well. But obviously, it's not near as fast or as convenient. But
Yeah.
I love it. So that was my choice. We can move on to UC. Maybe you point out more things you already haven't about Fortnite. If not, jump into P.
Not really. I mean, you kind of nailed it. It's just a game that I've recognized as a building game. It's a build first, shoot second kind of game. Even though I play it as a shoot first, which is why I
Yeah, no,
suck
it's a
at
fantastic choice.
I do want to give a shout out before we move on though to games like Mario Maker. I wasn't sure to include that or not as a building
Oh,
game.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And I would definitely consider it, in my opinion. So I just wanted to give a shout out. Genius. Whoever thought of that was genius. Anyway.
I know, right? Somebody at Nintendo.
Yeah.
All right, so my game is definitely something that I don't think any of you's played. I don't think Christian's played it for sure. I think you've played it, Austin, but it's been like maybe 10 minutes, so not really enough to like really know or appreciate the building on it. But I went more of the creativity route, and my game is easily, without question, Terraria.
I thought you were gonna pick Terraria, or I thought about Terraria as one of the things that might be brought up.
There is no better game as far as creativity goes, in my opinion. I'm just shy of 320 hours. It's my favorite game of all time. I'll still jump on it to this date. The amount of items that you get, thousands, like not hundred, thousands of items, ranging from armor to building materials to weapons, to mounts to drive faster to cosmetics. It's fantastic. You can go on their subreddit, and the pictures of things people build is fantastic. Fantastic. It's crazy. There'll be a sea. There's typically an ocean at the end of each side of the map, and people will go there and build entire domes. Like, one of the things materials you can have is glass
Over the top.
and they'll build inside of it, down below the ocean, and on top as well, but down below. And I'm like, how do they do that? It's so creative. The things people think of is
they use what they call, I believe, is voxels for that game. Basically, they use cubes, to make all your stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's called voxels, but yeah, cubes.
I'm
It's
fairly certain.
pixel based.
Yeah, Minecraft, Space Engineer, Medieval Engineer, that type of thing. They all use those voxels, and it works really well for building. And I know there's other games, but you know,
Yeah.
those are the only that get shoutouts. But I love it, and I definitely would like to see one of those, you know, cities inside the water that you're talking about, because I haven't seen anybody actually build with that game. I've only ever seen like the campaign type of thing.
Yeah.
For sure, and that's another thing is that it has a story to it. It's not
Yeah.
just like not a story, but it has a progression of bosses. Like everyone knows, like when you play the game, you go from this boss to this one, and you beat those set of bosses, and you go to the final boss, which is basically their version of the devil, if you will, the underworld boss. You beat that, and it unlocks hard mode in the world, which unlocks more bosses, more items, more weapons. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like. Favorite game of all time, without question, and easily the most creative as far as building goes.
Favorite of all time. That's a pretty big claim there.
Numbers don't lie for sure. Just shy of 320 hours, dude. Like,
I love it.
Well, now that I think about it, it's funny that none of us chose Minecraft because that is the ultimate building game.
I definitely thought about it.
yeah,
I just thought about it now. I totally forgot about Minecraft. Like that was the shit back in the day.
I have
And
quite a
it's
bit of time, and I've
hilarious.
seen some beautiful things that people have made in Minecraft. They've
it's
recreated
insane.
the entire Hogwarts. You know what I mean? You can walk around in it.
Dude, they've done like fucking Middle Earth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Middle Earth,
it's
like
just-
everything in Middle Earth. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
It's
to
funny,
the T.
it's funny. I feel like Minecraft and Terraria were right there at the same time, kind of thing, and you chose one or the other. Unfortunately for Terraria, Minecraft did it right and went on consoles first and blew the fuck up. And they targeted little kids. They targeted, parents were easily like, yeah, well, that's easy game. My kids are gonna love it. So yeah, kudos to Minecraft. I mean, fantastic building game. I've even been intrigued to go back and play it now, but
You should.
I would like
You
Terraria.
should. It's
I like
definitely worth it.
Terraria, and it's just I don't know.
It's more
but-
worth it with friends that have a similar goal as you. If you plan on building, you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate you guys taking the time and actually giving it some thought as to what game you're going to choose, and not just grabbing the first thing off the top of your head. I hated going with Fortnite because of that exact reason, but I have justified why I chose it. Okay.
Absolutely.
That's a great choice. That is a fantastic building game. Great choice.
Right.
So.
And not just because it's the top game in the world right now. I chose it
Oh,
because
no,
there's
yeah,
of actual reasons.
Even Save the World mode, the building it's great. Like
Yeah.
it really is. It's just way different than multiplayer, obviously.
But having said that, I think we've pretty much covered everything, and we're good to go ahead and drop off. I will see you guys next week, and all of you as well.
Awesome.
Cool.
I wish I had a
later.
good catchy phrase to end it with, but I'm not. I'm just gonna say later.
Yeah, later and
bye.
keep building. Boom boom.